Tonight, we've got more Jonathan Bailey. We've got a TV show, maybe, who knows? And some dinosaurs to discuss. All that and more. I am Brad Jost, and this is Let's Talk Jurassic. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Let's Talk Jurassic, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Another live stream here from myself, the Jurassic Park podcast. Thank you all to our returning viewers out there. Welcome back. We're glad to have you here. If you're new here, what's up? Glad to have you. This is a nice place to be sometimes when you don't make mistakes on the editing side or the recording and video side. But if you're new here, that's what I said. If you're lurking out there, hi, I see you. Let's get into it. We got some stuff to discuss. I just sat down. I barely know what I'm discussing tonight, and I was fooling around with the settings before, and that's why I don't know if you saw, but it the whole screen changed and the intro stopped completely. I was trying to change some stuff, but it didn't work exactly the way I wanted it to. That's okay. We're just playing it by ear here, you know? That's what we do. But anyway, we've got some stuff to discuss tonight, and I want to see who's here, what's going on. Alex, how you doing? Happy to be here as always. Thank you for joining tonight. We got Spino Rex. Hey, y'all, just got the new Hammond collection figures. Nice. I don't think I've ordered anything or have any, I've not kept up with the Hammond collection, unfortunately. So I keep seeing everybody getting new figures, and I'm like, I feel like I want new figures. So maybe I'll just have to go to Target. But yeah, what's up, Lewis? How you doing? And you're in the US now. Whoa, when did that happen? Welcome. I don't know how long you've been here, but good to see you. We've got Coyote C here. Hey, what's going on? Steve's here. Whoa, Ayo, Steve. Call it. Let's go. Let's get the call out there. And as always, thank you so much, Jurassic Souls, for the super chat. Man, still killing it. When are we recording? Or did you set up your stuff? Are you ready to go? Let's go. Let's get this stream happening. You said I'm still on the hunt for that gigantic tracker Suchomimus. I'm also looking forward to what they do for the Rebirth line. Here's to some awesome future figures. Yeah, I mean, I'm super excited for whatever happens. And we've seen a bunch of stuff leak out this week as far as dinosaurs are concerned. I don't have the full list on me at the moment. We can discuss whatever. We'll save it for later on, just in case anybody wants to dip out. But what's up, Carlos? How you doing? And Lewis is here until May. Nice. Are you out here for school or something? I feel like that's usually your jam. You're just I'm gonna disappear for 9 months. I'll see you at the end of it. So you're here until May at least. Maybe you'll be getting some of these streams. You're coming your way here at a good time. When, news is certainly super light at the moment, but when things start to pick up, because right now it's just what is there to talk about? Oh, I don't know. We're just hanging out. That's all we're really doing. I'm just hanging out with you. We're just sitting here amongst some toys, some music. We've got, the graphics around us. We're just hanging. That's it. I got my coffee. We're just spending the night together. Nice. Lewis is out in Vermont. Look at that. All right. So tonight, like I said, we're going to be talking about a TV show thing. We're going to talk about Jonathan Bailey for a second and some dinosaur toys and things. So we'll get to that in a little bit. But first, let's go over to our website real quick. JurassicParkPodcast.com. We have a brand new episode out there you can check out this week. This is another Dino DNA episode with Connor O'Keefe and Tom Jurassic. This time talking about the Majungasaurus and the Carnotaurus. Two really awesome dinosaurs, I think. The Majungasaurus, certainly a new addition to like the, on-screen presence. So that's awesome to see. We're getting some really interesting stuff, and I think the Majungasaurus was used like really well in season 2 of Chaos Theory. So there's that, and then there's also the Carnotaurus, which is one that just has a very long history in the Jurassic universe. So I love it. I love the Carnotaurus from from camouflage days to demon Carnotaur days to what was the name? Toro, and then this one in Fallen Kingdom. It's just such a great species, and it looked so good in Fallen Kingdom. So there's a lot to talk about there. So definitely go check it out, because Connor and Tom always absolutely kill these episodes, in a good way. So go check that out. I just do the intro and outro, so you don't get much of me in this episode. That's fine. You don't need it. But anyway, JurassicParkPodcast.com, where you can also find my newsletter. I recently talked about the 9 Commandments and some other stuff, and there will be another newsletter coming very soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that. That was at the end of December there, so we got to get a 2025 edition out there. But that is JurassicParkPodcast.com/newsletter. And while you're here, just give us a follow on Blue Sky. Me and the podcast. Go search on Blue Sky. It's a good place. Very good substitute for the hellscape that is Twitter. But welcome back here. Godzilla was born in a barn. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Are you Jesus? I'm not sure. Oh, wait. What? I'm trying to catch up on this conversation. Lewis was born and raised in Burlington. Nice. Is that? Yeah, that's. I think I know exactly where that is. I think that's. Let's see. I've done a lot of traveling through Vermont over the years, but maybe that's not the spot. But I know I always traveled by a university. Yeah, no, it's much lower, somewhere lower in the state. I don't know, actually. Anyway, that's besides the point. Anyway, Godzilla's first word was Tyrannosaurus. That's a big one. That's honestly a very big word to just dive into right away. Let's go to the new film, discuss some new stuff we've got. Since, I don't know when this was posted, but probably in the past week or so, we had this nice, lovely photo of, Fierro popping out here. Ooh, look at him. Fierro killing it. That's his name in the movie of Jurassic. Fierro is definitely still his name. Will not change. But looking jacked, obviously. Look at that. Ripped looking. And giving me some straight up Billy vibes. I'm getting deep Billy vibes from Jurassic Park 3. I don't know what it is. I really don't know why. I think it's just because the whole position he's in and the bag. Is that weird? Just those two things, just giving me the Billy vibes. I don't know. I'm loving what I'm seeing here, though. This looks. You never really know. First off, let me just start here. You never really know what the tone of the film is going to look like until you really get that trailer and then you start to see how it looks and stuff. Because all we've gotten so far are just promo shots and maybe stills from the movie or whatever. But this, I think, was something that a photographer took. So I don't really know, especially with all the images that we've gotten so far, the tone varies between them. So I'm not really sure. There's been behind the scenes photos. There's been, set photos or stills of some sort, but I'm just not getting the full context of what style is this film going to be shot through. How is it going to look? Is it going to look like Jurassic World? Is it going to look like Jurassic Park? Or is it going to look like, yeah, I don't know, like The Holdovers, which I would love. I just rewatched The Holdovers. Very different kind of movie than any of these previous ones that I just mentioned. But I kind of wish every movie was made that way. Everything looks, it is real. It's physical, the long shots, the grain, everything just looks so good. I want Jurassic to be brought to life in that kind of lens. I want every movie to be brought to life in that lens. If you've not seen The Holdovers, it was from like last year. It's kind of like a Christmassy New Year's movie. 100%. Not kind of. It's 100% that kind of movie. But still worth watching and amazing. And I just want every movie to be shot that way. So I'm kind of like sitting in those vibes currently, and I just wish Jurassic would kind of take that control. I have faith in Gareth Edwards to put something really, really great out there in terms of like how it looks, the depth, the backgrounds, the grain on the film, and just like, I don't know, I just want it to look stylish and really, really nice. So hopefully we get that out of this movie. This image is giving me kind of those vibes a little bit, so I'm kind of happy about that. So, we're getting some nice, him in the foreground here. We've got some like really interesting, kind of blown out, foggy images in the back. So yeah, that's interesting, but it's giving us more so Jurassic Park 3. I don't know why I'm just jumping to Sorna. Maybe because I was thinking about Billy, but like it's giving me like Jurassic Park 3 kind of jungles more so than like The Lost World, Sorna, or something like that. Not that we know officially that it's set there, but I just kind of like that vibe. Billy turned into the rhino and fought Craven. I mean, come on, like what are we doing here? He can't come back to Jurassic, but that's where we end up. Hopefully one day he can come back to Jurassic and be like, yeah, let's do it. But yeah, Jurassic Souls also really digs the vibe. That's cool. Glad to hear it. I think the vibe looks great. It's a good look, at least. Because this all looks so real. Obviously it is. It's like a real tree, real, stumps, I'm assuming. I mean, I guess it could be a prop tree, but like it all just looks good and it looks physical. It looks natural. It doesn't have, I mean, this is just a photo, but like hopefully the film doesn't really have too much of a shine on it that makes it look glossy and whatever. I want it to look grainy and kind of like rough around the edges, because when you go back and watch like Jurassic Park or any old movie, to be honest, like there's a bit of like just realness to those movies. There's a bit of unproduced value to it in some way. It feels, yes, they're major blockbuster movies like that, or Jaws, or even like a Star Wars, but like they don't feel so polished. That's, I guess, what I'm going for. They don't feel so polished. They feel a little rough around the edges at times. And I really wish movies were more like that these days. But yeah, check out The Holdovers. That gives you that rough around the edges kind of vibe, 100%. So hopefully we get some nice long shots, lingering shots in the jungle, creepy stuff. Like, I just want to, as much as there's characters in these movies and we have to service these characters, we have to also service the dinosaurs. They need to have their own time to shine. But depending on where we are, and maybe not even depending on where we are, but the island, whatever this island is, wherever this location is, needs to be an icon. Like, it needs to have its own time to shine, and it needs to be shot super well and have a vibe. Because you think about Jurassic Park, Isla Nublar. It has a vibe. Like, everything about it, you can feel it. It's real. It feels like just untamed jungle. And then you go to, The Lost World, and that island, completely different vibe. Even though it's just like the same kind of place, basically, but it has differences. There's a lot of differences to that kind of place where, it's got a completely different forest. And then you go to that same island, but in Jurassic Park 3, and it gives you a completely different vibe, which I don't love that those two vibes don't exactly mesh, but it's got its own vibe. JP3's got its own vibe. So yeah, I kind of want something with its own vibe. The Jurassic World movies have, there's been a lot of hopping around, right? Jurassic World was its own place, but it was very polished, right? Jurassic World had its own style, but the island itself was very polished, and the film itself was very polished. Fallen Kingdom kind of jumped around a lot to different locations. I think that movie had its own vibe in terms of the island portion and then the mansion portion, but it had a tone that it was going for. Dominion, it doesn't really have time to settle into a vibe of style and substance with like the look and the feel, the texture of it all. I don't know if any of this makes sense to you guys. I hope you kind of get what I'm going for. I like the feels of things. That's why I'm just playing with a bunch of rocks at the moment that are magnetic. But no, I just like how like a moment in time feels in a movie or a TV show. Watching Skeleton Crew last night, there's a moment in that, two moments specifically that stand out to me that like, man, I really dig the vibe of that specific moment, that shot. Everything about the shot, the way it looks, and the way you're supposed to feel about that shot. So Dominion didn't necessarily have a lot of time. There were moments of it. Certainly I think with the Therizinosaurus, like jungly portion, there's vibes in there, 100%. But it's even that Biosyn Valley is just like 10 different kinds of settings, and it is very fast paced, so you don't really get to sit in it very much. And then there's other locations throughout the movie, so you're kind of going all over the place, not really enough time to kind of linger in that feeling. So what I'm getting from this, by the way, since we're talking about this photo, really, that's all, is that I'm loving this vibe and the look of it, the feel of it. And if the film gives off half of this vibe, I guess I would be happy maybe. But I like this. I like what I'm seeing here. Jonathan Bailey's looking pretty awesome. He's got the good fit here, tight fitting clothes. He's got the guns showing here. No physical guns. Maybe he will. Who knows? But he's given me something. That look. This is not a look I've seen from Jonathan Bailey in Jurassic stuff so far. I don't know if you're getting it. But there's something about the way he is just presenting himself. Is he hidden? Is he taking a break? Like, what is he doing here? Because there's something about that Billy vibe where Billy, what Billy was like. Let's see if I can find, I don't know if there's going to be like a good photo that I can find. But I want to see if I can find like the kind of face that just look at let's go back to that real quick. Cause look at this, look at Billy. Look at that, the vibe he's giving me. It's a very serious vibe. And he's kind of does that throughout where he's always a bit serious, a bit concerned. Not so much here. But these are photos from 1946. It feels like they're all grainy and old looking. But everything he's given me is very serious, and something about him. He's not a super serious character, right? He's a very lighthearted character. It's rough, smooth, it's silly stuff, and he's kind of a lighthearted character, but he gets into this tone of which, did he just become somebody I don't like? That's the vibe I'm getting. I don't know if you're getting that vibe, but that's the vibe I'm getting from this photo. He looks, I'm just imagining Jonathan Bailey. I've seen him in press 1,000 times recently for Wicked. And we've seen him as Fiyero recently. I don't know. I don't know if I've caught him in anything else, to be honest, other than maybe a scene from Bridgerton or something. But, as far as I know, he's a fun, silly kind of guy, and I would love to see that side of him. But from this is not giving me that. This is not giving me that. So I don't know what this is giving you guys. I don't know what kind of feels that you're getting from this moment. But I dig it. I dig it. I'm watching you. I'm watching you, Dr. Loomis. I'm just going to say that. I'm watching them. Let's see what everybody else is saying here, because I've been just kind of talking about vibes for 10, 15 minutes, maybe longer. Let's see. Grant and Billy had a baby. Yeah, 100%. Like, it's giving me Grant for sure, like the outfit and the attire, but Billy everything else. Combo of Billy and Levine from the novel. Alex talking about Holdovers. Yes, Holdovers is a movie that felt nostalgic the first time I watched it. Yeah. I mean, like, the fact that it's set in a different time period helps, but like everything is so tangible in that movie and it feels so real. All the acting, it feels like there's just a camera just so happened to be like catching all of those things that happened in that movie. And that's the kind of vibe I love. Yeah. Jurassic Souls digs the vibe. So Jurassic Souls loves how we haven't seen a dinosaur yet. Wow. I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm okay with it. I'm just surprised. I'm just shocked that we haven't gotten a dinosaur yet. The movie is like 6 months out almost at this point, and it's like nothing. No dinosaurs, just like a couple characters. That's it. And you know, plants and forests and fields and things. That's all we got. Alex doesn't want to see many dinosaurs before the movie. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. It feels like recently with, I don't know, maybe it's not a recent development or anything, but it feels like trailer production gets like handled completely different than like the film and what the filmmakers want to see revealed. And that really stinks, to be honest. Like, to have like, you know, a trailer cut and just like revealing all this stuff that, like, you know, you don't want the full audience to be revealed to, or it kind of ruins the experience. I really hope we don't get that here. Universal is very much you know, kind of giving away the entire movie. And they did that with Wicked, you know. They did it with Wicked, which is, you know, I mean, it's a story that's been on Broadway for 20 years. So, like, if you didn't see it, I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's a chance you never got a chance, but a lot of people probably already knew. But, like, I couldn't believe how much they gave away. They do it in every movie, Fast and Furious and Jurassic. So here's hoping we don't get that. Maybe Gareth Edwards can hold some sway as far as, like, you know, and if they want to make this a different theater-going experience this time around, differentiating itself from Jurassic World trilogy, maybe they'll go for a different kind of tone with the trailers. That would be nice. Maybe they won't show us all the dinosaurs right away. We'll see. Yeah, Steve. Long, creepy shots in the cornfields. 100%. Oh my God, yeah. That is definitely happening. I'm down for it. I didn't even see you comment this, Regenerator G1. Yeah, but yeah, the trailers will spoil everything. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. It'll be interesting, though, because, you know, if we, you know, we're getting the trailer for Super Bowl, what we see during the actual Super Bowl will probably be short and sweet. And what will be online will probably be a little bit different. They'll probably have, like, you know, go to JurassicWorld.com to watch the full trailer today, you know, or, you know, something like that. Man, I feel like my voice got a little deep there. Digging it. But yeah, will it make $1 billion? That's a good question. I'm going to say no. My guess is no. It's not going to make $1 billion. Diminishing returns on every movie. To the point where Dominion just barely crossed that threshold. And there hasn't been a long gap between these movies. So it's not like it's like the audience is craving it like they were for Jurassic World. The only thing that can save them is distancing themselves from themselves. You know? That's the only thing that can save them box office wise, because the box office currently is in shambles. It's like there's great stuff making lots of great money. There's bad stuff making no money. There's good stuff making no money. It's wild. You do not know what's gonna happen. Like you just have no idea. Like, are people going to come out for this movie or that movie? I don't know. Like, I have no idea. You think sometimes, like, oh, this is going to be a major hit, like The Fall Guys, which was a Universal movie. It had absolutely everything going for it. Absolutely everything. The cast was stellar. The draw and the attraction between those two, like it was just undeniable and great. The action and stunts were insane. It was crazy. The story was awesome. It was just a really well-rounded movie. And that was David Leitch, who, the rumor was that he was going to take this movie. And I think, was that one? I'm trying to remember who. I don't know. I was trying to remember who wrote that. If it was... It's the one I was thinking of. Oh, no. Okay. I was thinking of the Dawn of the, or whatever, the Planet Apes Kingdom. One of the Planet of the Apes. It was Rick Jaffa and Amanda Silver. I was like, I know I just saw them recently writing something. But no, I don't know who wrote the Fall Guys. But the Fall Guys should have been a huge hit, but it just absolutely wasn't. And, I guess I'm partly to blame. I just never went out to see it. I don't know what the reason was. I wanted to go. I just didn't get a chance. But I did watch it the other day, and it was awesome. It was great. I don't know. I just have no real idea what kind of a turnout this movie's going to have, but I just, for some reason, don't foresee that it's going to be $1 billion. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. Great trailer voice. In a world. Like... In a world where cornfields are foggy, the JP3 effect returns in Jurassic World Rebirth. And then, I don't know. We have nothing else to go off of. There may be dinosaurs. I'm not sure. The paper says just there may be. But this is a Jurassic movie, so you would expect dinosaurs in your dinosaur movie, right? Hello? Yeah. And yes, Alex, I mean, we talked about this, I think, last week, right? How much the other Jurassic July releases will play into how much this movie makes. Yeah, I mean, really, the only thing that really plays into this is Superman, because by the time Fantastic Four hits, Actually, I don't know what hits. Where's my phone? I just want to see the calendar real quick because I want to know what comes out. Like June 27th. June 27th. That's no way. So Universal, is that really Megan 2.0 is coming out that day? That's 1 week before their own movie. They're going to release 2 movies back to back. Ah, okay. Interesting. Is that accurate? I feel like when you Google something these days, it's like half the time it's just AI just making stuff up and you don't really know. But apparently this says June 27th for Megan. So the draw will be interesting to see what happens for that one. I like the first one. Will it do well in June? I don't know. But that certainly won't take away from Jurassic World. Let's see, when does How to Train Your Dragon come out? June 13th. So there's, and again, another Universal. Universal's just like coming out with the hits, dude. They're like, this summer, we'll teach you how to train your dragon. And also, how to program your droid, Megan 2.0. And last but not least, cornfields in Jurassic World Rebirth. It's just, I don't know, I'm getting deeper. But yeah, that's I'm Universal's hype man, voice guy. Call you boy. Anyway, what was I talking about? I've lost complete train of thought here. Oh, the other movies. That's right. So dragons, I don't think that How to Train Your Dragon will really like take away from Jurassic World Rebirth. And Fantastic Four being at the end of the month really won't play into it. I mean, it'll certainly make it dip, you know. That's why I also really don't think it's going to make $1 billion, because Superman is 1 week later. So it has 1 week to make its most money. Well, a week and a half, kind of, because it comes a little early on like a Monday or, you know, something like that. Something stupid. The earliest you'll probably be able to see it is like Monday or Tuesday, to be honest, with like previews. I don't even know. Like literally you might be able to catch this movie June 30th or like July 1st. Yeah, for sure. But since the Wednesday is the 2nd, July 2nd, it has, you know, almost that entire week of the first week of July, and then the entire week, basically, of the second week. I guess actually kind of half of the week, because by the time Wednesday rolls around again, you know, you got Superman. So, and those, I feel like those demographics are super close, and they're gonna like rampage each other a little bit there. So it's gonna be interesting. Is it though? Thank you, Maddox, for saying so. Tangents. Yeah, tangents are some of the favorite parts, I guess. I mean, I'm just a crazy person talking to myself in a room by myself. Yeah, that's chaos theory. But what else we got? Anyway, did I talk about this picture at all? I don't think so. I did not expect to talk about this photo for 30 minutes. I didn't. That's the thing. I definitely didn't talk about it for 30 minutes. I talked about it for maybe 1.5 minutes. That's probably it. That's probably all I did. Then I talked about 15 other things. Anyway, you got anything else to say about this photo, Brain? I don't know. He's got you think he's gonna be like, Lucky Pack. I wonder if he'll do that. Because everybody's got a bag in these movies. It's Lucky. So, Jonathan, I don't trust you. I'm sorry. I'm not trusting them. I almost didn't say anything because, like, I don't want to give you guys vibes that you're not getting. But I'm just something about it. Sorry, I'm screaming in your ears now, but I don't trust them. Anyway, let's talk about the next topic, which is, I don't know, news. Boom. You may have seen this page when I went live previously and didn't mean to be. Anyway, I don't know what this is, but comicbookmovie.com, super, reliable source. Right? Hello? Hello? Let's see. What do they say here on this website? That is a place you can visit on the internet. According to Scooper, My Time to Shine H. I don't know what that is. Netflix is developing Assassin's Creed, whatever. But they also revealed that Universal has Jurassic Park /World and Fast and Furious TV shows in development for Peacock. We'd imagine the latter would return to the action. So we're talking about Fast and Furious. Street racing, plenty of memorable stunts. Yep, good. And then potential for Jurassic series. The possibilities are endless. What are those possibilities? Yeah. Well, what do you think those possibilities are, audience? What do you think is the best option that we should first talk about? Do you think that would be a crossover with Fast and Furious because those words were mentioned in the same sentence before that? Is that the best option to talk about first? No, right? Why would we? But Comic Book Movie does. I mean, what? If you have nothing to write, don't write it. I don't know what's going on here. Let's see, what is this? What is this? Is there a post? I have no clue what the reliability is. I don't know what I'm looking for here. Is there anything that I should be looking for? Oh, was that? No, I thought that was blue. And the Indoraptor. I was like, oh, it's Fallen Kingdom. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, let's just say that it happens. That there is a TV show in development, as My Time to Shine indicates. What I feel like we've just talked about this like time and time again, over and over again. That it's like, we hear the rumors constantly. Oh, there's going to be a Jurassic TV show. Oh, they're making this, they're making that. John Hammond, blah, 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 whatever. And I never believe it. Because there was a interview a while back. Sorry, I'm just still scrolling here and trying to see where this information actually was posted. But there was an interview with Frank Marshall a while back, right? And there was basically a comment about we're not really going down that route or something like that. So I don't necessarily think that they're going to be going down that route, but especially right now, it just feels like a weird time to all of a sudden now you want to do this. Like the fans have been asking for this for a long time, and now is the best time. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right to me. I don't know, what this leaker had heard. Again, I don't really. That was the only context. Was like whatever that was. How do you work this website anymore? I don't even know. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I feel like we've run in circles talking about rumors of a television show. So when it comes, it comes. I don't know. I'm not feeling hopeful that there will be one at this point. Just because you look at the news about like competing brands, whether it's Marvel or Star Wars, and Star Wars specifically. Let's just take a look at them for a moment. I can talk about this. I'm also on a Star Wars podcast. So while I do talk about Jurassic, I also talk about Star Wars all the time. And we talk about the Star Wars TV and the ratings and things like that. And apparently the ratings on Skeleton Crew have been abysmal, and they were terrible for The Acolyte. Both great shows. You really got to be watching both of them. But Skeleton Crew was phenomenal. Like, that show was so good and deserved a really great audience. That was some of the best Star Wars. That was like so much fun to watch. But besides the point, those shows are going downhill in terms of ratings. So much so that they're just like, well, our biggest one that brings in the most draw, we're just going to bring it to the movie theaters. We're not even going to make a TV show anymore. It's just going to go to the theaters. So they're going to the theaters instead of television. Marvel, they're still kicking. They're still making a lot of TV content, and they're still trying. It doesn't always work, but they're still going. But you hear from them sometimes it's like, oh, we're slowing down output. But like this year, it's going to be huge. I don't know when they're slowing down, but it's not this year. So you do hear a lot of people are tired of catching up on things, and they find it hard to catch up and be present with the franchise. And if you're going to be on your 7th installment with, man, how many seasons was Camp Cretaceous? 4 or 5, something like that, plus 2 at least, and another one coming for Chaos Theory. It's a lot of content to be involved in and talking about. And then if you have a live action, it's like, again, there's another TV show, another thing we got to pay attention to. So I just don't know that they're going to go that direction, especially with Star Wars changing their trajectory. Do Kathleen Kennedy and Frank Marshall talk about these things at home when they come home from work? What are their conversations like about franchises? Do they not talk about this stuff at all? Very possible. I could definitely see that happening. But do they also, like, I also see them talking about it. Like, they're too major of things to talk about. Like, you got to bring them up. So, like, are they not taking each other's ideas? Are they not kind of like on the same wavelength? I don't know. Yeah, Skeleton Crew, incredible show. Like, that last episode was so crazy and fun and wild, and my jaw was dropped watching it. Like, if this was in theaters, this would be one of the coolest Star Wars movies I've ever seen. And granted, it's like 4 hours of Star Wars content now, but if there was a 2-hour cut, it would be incredible. Like, that movie would be so good. Maybe we'll get like a Patterson cut or something like that down the road. But that show is incredible, deserves a huge audience, and it just didn't get it. And yeah, I don't know. But my worry with a Jurassic TV show is that they won't jive with the ongoing story, because that's the only thing they've shown us so far is that they have a hard time syncing their stories together, whether that's Camp Cretaceous or Chaos Theory, along with the films that they're kind of co-released by. They're not fully together. Unlike, you know, a lot of Marvel stuff, hey, these are the same characters. These are literally some of the same characters you know and love, continuing their stories. Same with Star Wars, you know, I guess, you know, they're doing the same thing. So, but with Marvel doing it kind of hand in hand, like you go to the theater, you see them, and then all of a sudden they're on television, then you go back to the theater. So it's really cool to have that. I just don't have faith currently that Jurassic is on that trajectory. I'd love it if they were. I would love it if they were, and I think it's possible, but I just don't know that that's where we're going to be headed. I didn't even see your question. Do we think it would tie in with the movies? No, I don't. I don't think it would. Very dodgy with superhero movie scoops. And she'd suddenly mention Jurassic as something Jurassic World raises an eyebrow. I wonder, is it raising an eyebrow and like, this is odd? Well, you must actually know something. Or why would you bother talking about this? I don't know. I have no idea what the context of My Time to Shine is. No idea. That's the scooper. But I feel like we've had a lot of scoopers recently with this franchise, and they haven't really fully panned out in terms of, like, you know, what they're saying. So I don't know. I don't even see a post. Is there I don't know. I give up. Anyway, that's that. Let's talk quickly, since it's getting kind of late here, let's talk quickly about some dinosaurs that have been shown off for toys. So, I don't know. If you don't want to know anything about toys and potential tie-ins to the movies, I guess step away for a bit, or for the rest of the night. Thank you. But we'll talk a little bit. I don't know. I don't have the full rundown. Yeah, I could bring it up, I think, but I don't know that I want to fully talk about it all. Let's see here. Bear with me. I'll give you time to leave and you're just too bored to stay. Yeah, I've seen a lot, so I'm trying to figure out what has actually been seen by the regular online communities. I'm sure it's all out there, but still, it's not. I don't want to talk about it super publicly if it's kind of still not fully out there, but yeah, I don't know. Let's skip over those. I don't know if I want to mention all those. There's some interesting dinosaurs. Where did my other post go that I was gonna? Oh, here it is. I'm literally on it. All right, let's go over to Mattel. Let's talk to Collect Jurassic here. Hey Tim, what's up? No, he's not talking. I'm just taking a break. Making you think my audio wasn't working or something. Anyway, all right, so first up, let's see. We've got Hammond Collection, Stegosaurus. Lost World, maybe? Lost World Stego? That would be awesome. Now, again, these silhouettes are just mock-ups from Collect Jurassic. They're nothing, to scope out and be like, oh, I see it definitely is the silhouette of that one or whatever. But no, I'd be very excited for that because if it's anything like how good the old Stegosaurus was in the Lost World days with the battle damage spike thing, that thing was awesome. I love that one so much. And yes, those figures are very like static and just like don't really move a lot. You can move the legs a little bit and maybe like you squeeze it and the tail moves or something, but like I know new figures are a lot more posable, and these don't have any play features per se, but they can stand however you want them to. So I think that'll be good. I don't think I even have any of the no, to be honest, I don't really have a ton of Jurassic figures out. I've got, these ones up here, and I've got there's an entire shelf over here that is only Jurassic. And I've got Funko Pops, Amber collection, Hammond collection, Amber collection, some random collectibles, a few figures, no Stegos, old figures, Spinosaurus, Baryonyx, the 93 collection, and then there's a bunch of Hammond stuff over here, but I never kept a Stegosaurus from Mattel on my shelves, but they were actually pretty good. I really did dig them, the standard ones. There was a gray one that I actually liked quite a bit, but I would totally be down for like a Lost World vibe, and get it right. Like, don't half go for it. Like, let's get the full thing, make it look exactly like that old school one. That'd be nice. I'd like that. So we'll see. Didn't they? Problem is there's just not enough room for all those figures, so I have to like pick and choose which ones. But and I know I've really fallen off the Hammond collection wagon. I should really get back on there, and it's probably going to be tough at this point. But yeah, I might go for this one, and I could definitely see this being a Beyond the Gates type thing. I haven't looked into it. Let's see what Jurassic World Target's doing. Is there any updates on the website? Nah. Still just says stay tuned for exciting stuff in 2025. So I would imagine that this would be on that list. Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. But let's go to the next one. Spinosaurus Hammond collection. Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. Let's go, dude. I need that right now. Spino is the best. And you know what's the best? The Spino and the way it looks in Jurassic Park 3. It's the best. There's no better way a Spino could be. Not real, not aquatic, just regular old JP3 monster Spinosaurus. That's the way the Spinosaurus should be. And that's the Hammond Collection Spinosaurus that I want, for sure. Here's some questions. Is Collect Jurassic your friend? Yes, I am friends with Collect Jurassic. Hung out a few times now, like in person at toy fairs, I believe. Yeah, podcasted together a few times, but yeah, Spino Hammond collection will be very welcome. I mean, I hope it rivals the size of the Giga. The Giga is incredible in Hammond collection. It's really like kind of the best figure maybe that they've ever made. It's so good. It's so good. And I need it to be bigger than that. Like, I don't care. It just has to be bigger. So please, my favorite what do you call them? Carnotaurus. My brain is fried. Carnivore. You know, I just love it so much. It's so much fun to watch in Jurassic Park 3. I need it ASAP. If you're doing a creator edition, yo, what's up? My name is Brad. I know how to use my phone and take photos. I could do it. I could spray some fog, and I could throw some dirt on my table over there. For sure would. And I'll put a leaf. I have one right here. A proof. There it is. There's a leaf. I could throw a leaf on there, and it would be so real. See, watch. Watch this. Ready? Here we go. Taking my phone out. Look at this. It's just me, right? I'm going to take a photo for you live right now. Let's see. Let's get a good angle here. Let's go. Yeah, I like that. All right, right there. Look at this. Boom. Check it out. Hammond collection, that's not even Hammond collection. Just regular collection Brachiosaurus photo. Live. I'm a creator too. Anyway, I love the Spinosaurus. Anyway, let's see what the next one is. Now this one, if you don't want to know anything about Jurassic World Rebirth, maybe step away. But this will be I think we'll make this the last one we talk about here. But there is a dinosaur on this list for Rebirth. You know, we talk about the most colossal dinosaurs that are out there. There's 3 of them, right? There's 3 that we know of. And, yeah, let's take a look at one of them. You've probably seen it. You know what I'm talking about. It's not a surprise to you, but here we are. Titanosaurus. Collect Jurassic says our first Jurassic World Rebirth toy reveal has titanic proportions with the upcoming release of the Titanosaurus. We're excited to see how the design for this dinosaur is given some of the classic Jurassic flavor we all know and love. Yeah. And that's why, you know, Tom Jurassic wrote that. Because who does it with a U other than Tom? Tom would be the one who wrote that post. Sorry, Tim. Let's bring in Tom. Hey, Tom, how's it going? Oh, that's right. I forgot to ask Tom. Tom, I don't know. We'll see you next time. Anyway, thank you, Tom, for that nice comment about the Titanosaur. But yes, Titanosaurus. I don't know. I know nothing about these dinosaurs. Here's my first insight. It's big. It's a big dinosaur. All right. So yeah, if you want the insight from me, that's the definition of big dinosaur right there. That's a big one. Yeah, I kind of wish it was like a Dreadnoughtus or something. I think that would have been cool. Did I see... What was the one that was in New York? What was that dinosaur? The Titanosaur. Yeah. Is it... See, yeah, the classifications of these are very confusing to me. It's like, is it a type or is it a dinosaur? I don't really understand. That's not what I'm here for. That's why we have Connor and Tom to discuss, you know, all of the latest stuff on Dino DNA, a segment on our show. I have to bring other people in to talk about dinosaurs. Because if you'd listen to me, I'd be like, it's big. That's it. That's all I got for you. So yeah, I don't I don't know. But yeah, I had gone to New York to the Museum of Natural History, I guess, and the Titanosaur was there. But it's like the scientific name is Patagon Titan. Patago Titan. Patago Titan. Patago Titan. Majorum. Yeah. Patago Titan. Majorum. I think that's what it was. Yeah, whatever. Anyway. It's fine. I'm okay with it. I don't necessarily need it. You know, I really like having that one I just showed you the picture of that I took so beautifully for my own creator edition of me, of my office. The Brachiosaurus means a lot to me. It's probably my favorite dinosaur. It's just so great. But, like, outside of that, like, I'm not super, like, tied to long necks other than that. Like, even the, what the heck was it? What was the big one? My brain's fried. Oh, yeah, the Mamenchiosaurus. Like, that one, I didn't really care that it was, like, a different species or whatever. You know, it didn't do anything for me. I never got that one. I have the Apatosaurus, and I've got the Dreadnoughtus. Now, the Dreadnoughtus toy is incredible. Huge, huge. But, like, I don't have any more room for a Titanosaur? Like, that's... What? Why? What? Who? I don't know what I'm going to do with that. But, I mean, it's going to look great, I'm sure. But there you go. Spinorex here. Let's say Titanosaurs are a group of sauropods, but Titanosaurus is a dubious genus from India that isn't even that big. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. A dubious genus is a group of organisms that are considered questionable or doubtful and are sometimes referred to as nomen dubium. This is because it's difficult to determine if the specimen has enough features to be considered a unique species. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. In my brain, I was thinking, I don't know if it's real. And that's about as far as it got. Hey, what? Right now? Huh? Hope not. Hey, Diplodocus. You know, I never got that one. But yeah, that's what we got. That's what we got tonight. There we have it. Another live stream in the books. An absurd one, as always. But I appreciate you all joining me to talk Jurassic and tangents and dubious genus and whatever it was called. Anyway, let's see what's going on. What can we talk about real quick? Again, I just referenced it, but the episode with Connor and Tom talking about the Majungasaurus and the Carnotaurs. Go check that one out. JurassicParkPodcast.com and JurassicParkPodcast.com/newsletter to check out the newsletter where, look, I talk, It's a free newsletter. It might ask you to, like, if you want to pay, you don't need to do that. You just skip that, or I don't even know if it says that anymore. But, I wrote all about it, things that I feel, for a while. Talked about Skeleton Crew, talked about all the things that we do on the podcast stuff. And so, yeah, please go check out the newsletter. Maybe 1 to 2 times a month. And then, of course, go to Blue Sky, check out the podcast over there, and myself. And please go subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, places like that. The new episodes are out all the time over there. And there is a new episode on the feeds for my other show, Grim Grinning Hosts, where myself and my co-host Hunter, we talk about theme parks, pop culture stuff, and our recent episode, which just came out Tuesday, we give our theme park predictions for 2025. So we're talking about Horror Nights, some Horror Nights stuff out there, predictions for that. We're talking about updates coming, and being announced for Walt Disney World and things that they might utilize in the future. We're talking about how to change up Universal Orlando quite a bit. There's a lot of fun predictions in there, stuff we hope will come to fruition or at least be announced this year, because you never get everything from start to finish in 1 year. But this is one of my most favorite episodes of the year, the theme park predictions. Please go download that show, listen to it. And if you like theme parks in any way, and I think most Jurassic fans do, like that's one of the reasons I love the Jurassic movies so much, is because they're about theme parks. So please go download Grim Grinning Hosts, my other show. And then my other show, well, I've got a bunch of shows, guys. The Forcecast finally broke down all the episodes, which the other one's not out there yet. We actually did a live stream over on Facebook. If you want to go check out the Forcecast Facebook page, you'll see the live stream for episode 8, the finale of Skeleton Crew. That will hit the feeds sometime shortly. But we've been discussing Skeleton Crew, so if you want to kind of go back and rewatch and re-listen, you can do that. And we talk all Star Wars news every week, so go check it out. But that is the Forcecast. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And yeah, I appreciate it. The dark secret was that they brought back a dubious genus. InGen truly were nothing short of monsters. Yeah, in a world where InGen brings back the dubious genus. Welcome. Can't do it anymore. To Jurassic World Rebirth. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, now I've done deep voice too much and now my throat hurts. Thank you, Lewis, for being here until May. Appreciate it. Have a good night, everybody. I'm going to cough my way out of here because I hurt my throat going so deep. All right, thank you. Where's my outro? Bye, everybody.